All right, so what we've got here is a Gemini conversation with at least two prompts from me, um, and then some fairly complex formatting of the data being returned. So we're trying to figure out how we can get it out so that students can comment on it. So one option here is I can just start to highlight and then hold down the Shift key down at the bottom and just Command C or Control C and copy. But when I do that into Google here, notice it gives me my first prompt right here and my second one right here, and it only grabs the response from Gemini from the second prompt onward. And that's really irritating. So I can also try and paste without formatting. Right, that's a little better, although it's still kind of formatted. So that's my first prompt. Then it says Gemini said, and it's got my stuff. And then there we go, that's me. But this is kind of junky, right? Not great. So let's undo that. Let's try this option. So we're going to go to Tools, we'll go to Preferences, and we'll click Enable Markdown. And with the same stuff, I'm just going to say Paste from Markdown. And that's a little cleaner, a little better. So we've got my prompt here. My second prompt's going to be around here someplace. Anyway, it's there, trust me. Yeah, there we go. So you could kind of format it a little bit better like that. Is that okay? It's what I'll consider medium. So let's get that out of the way. And then there are editors like this. This is just stackedit.io. This is a markdown editor. And I pasted the same thing in here. But when I copy from this and paste in, that's not good. But if I paste from markdown, it brings in a little more of the formatting. So if that's worth it to you, that extra step does kind of give you some better stuff. And you could tell them, hey, let's do the markup so that you can see it better. Change all your inputs to H2s, for instance. And then that lets you kind of have this built-in navigation like you see here. So you have a little bit of flexibility there as well. And then finally, one other option is to put in a little bookmark, which is a little bit fragile because if Google changes anything about this, it might make this stop working. But right now, I copy that. It lets me know that I copied it. And then let's try this. So I can paste it, same drama, but paste from Markdown. It's a fairly clean thing with a little bit of extra kind of built in. You see how student Gemini ends up getting added into there. So we could customize what happens a tiny bit here, depending on what we would want. But again, then the students would have to add the bookmark and do some things like that. And if Google changes this, which they've already done to me once with some other stuff, it will break things. But hopefully that starts to paint a slightly better picture about how to get the data out. If we need it to get fancier and kind of had it more consistent, we could come up with some other ideas as well. But hopefully that kind of gets the conversation going.